Welcome back, and I wanted to take a time today to just say again thank you for your continued support of this unique media ministry. Here at theDove, we've made some big decisions over the last several months, and one of them was to improve our facility here. And a lot of this that we have been planning for quite some time. We have been budgeting for it, and we are so grateful for this building that the Lord has provided for us over these last 11 years. The problem is it has had its issues, and that is obviously airplane noise. We're at the airport. And when we moved in, we quickly put some air in there, but it wasn't really professionally done. And it's time for us to improve that. And so we have made some interesting plans to renovate the building to make it by far more productive. So kind of what we're showing you here is a little bit of what's going on, and we're already have started redoing the building to soundproof it and to improve its environment with heating and air. And as you can see there, that we had to put another wall in in order to put in insulation, sound insulation, weather insulation. And this project is well underway, and it's going very good. But then as we planned for it, we found out that obviously it's kind of like the old saying is you don't put new wine in old wineskin. So some of the equipment that we'll have to move to accommodate this has to be replaced. Some of it just flat worn out. So we're asking you during this season of our spring boost this year to help us to purchase this equipment in order to complete this move. I don't know when this is going to be. The first question people ask, when are you going to be done with it? I have no idea. I just keep telling people that are here working, I'm in not a hurry to make a mistake. I'm not in a hurry to have it done wrong. So what we had to do after an extensive study was to figure out what's the best way to make this building work for us. And what we found out was the best thing to do was to flip it. Where the studios are is actually in the most noisiest part of the building, and where the offices are is in the least noisy part of the building. So, and I don't need to get into heavy details, but we're going to move the studio at the south end of the building and insulate it there, and then move the staff over into the north end of the building and make that environmentally correct as well. So we have a goal as we head down this, and many of you maybe have already received our letter. Maybe in the next day or so you have received our email. But over the next several weeks, we're asking you to prayerfully consider to help us with a goal to purchase these equipment that we need to make this move. We have to replace the firewall. Now, the firewall, for you techie people, you know exactly what that is. And it says there $5,980. Well, you know what's interesting about that? From the time that I put that number down there, and then as we were putting all this together to figure it out, that actually has gone up $1,000. That's what happens. We have to upgrade our live feeds, our guest feeds. Now, what's interesting about that, Google took over the company that managed the equipment that we used to put guests on the air. I just had Kindle recorded. That's all done with Skype and everything. All that goes away May 1st. The equipment we had just instantly became obsolete. And so we're looking at another piece of equipment to replace that with, and that's about $4,937. We have to upgrade the traffic system. Now, that's a very technical word. I don't need to bore you with some of our tech talk here, but that's the computer software system that runs everything on television. I mean everything, from the programmings to the breaks to everything that we do. That's all run by a software system through our computer. We got to replace the teleprompter in the studio. We actually used, if you're ready for this, we used an iPad. That's about as antiquated as it gets, but it did work, and we're happy for that. We're looking to purchase an LED video wall for the new studio. That's probably the biggest item, but that will enable us to do more in-house production, which we have been wanting to do for quite some time. That's a big item. It's about $98,000, and it's a big one. And then we've already had to replace the audio board. We were planning on doing this. Well, guess what? Our old one broke before we had a chance to tell you about it. So we've already replaced it. We just need to pay for it. So these are things I'm just asking you to prayerfully consider. Don't take from your church or any other ministry that the Lord has you involved in. But pray about this over the next several weeks. If you got our newsletter, it explains it in there if you got our e-blast. But it's a time of year that we ask you to prayerfully consider helping us with this project. When this is done, and I don't know when it'll be done, we're trying to do it right. And we have worked with people that are very, very good at what they do. And they have also have given us great prices on a lot of this construction that's going on around here. Most of that's been budgeted, but this equipment wasn't. We'll keep you updated as we do this, but we really need to do this equipment purchase and get them online over the next several weeks. So pray about it. If the Lord is leading you, you can call anytime at 541-776-5368. You can go online at theDove.us. That's all safe and secure. You can safely and securely give online. We don't share that with anybody. And pray about what the Lord would have you to do, and only do what the Lord has you to do. But we really need to do this in order to keep everything going here. It's been quite a deal. You probably know when I've done this show, we actually had to turn the mics down because of an airplane right out here. Don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. I love airplanes, but I don't like them in the studio. So we actually thought about, should we move? And our board said no, and I'm happy they did. And so we're going to improve the building to make it work for us better and get us in shape to do much more things down the road and in the future. So pray about it. You can call anytime. If you get the letter, pray over it, what the Lord would have you to do. If you're seeing the email, you can think about that. But we're asking for your help, your prayerful consideration. You can call us anytime at 541-776-5368 or safely online at theDove.us, and you'll see that safely and securely there. And again, do what the Lord leads you to. We'll keep you updated. I want to say thank you for what you do to help us. I will say this, folks. A lot of changes going on around the world, a lot of changes going on in America. But people are still looking for hope. People are still looking for help. They're looking for answers to some very difficult questions. If you could read our prayer requests that come in here, it's amazing. From relationships to finances to physical needs, situational needs, business needs. It's an amazing opportunity to be in broadcasting and broadcasting the good news. So we can't do it without you, and we're grateful and honored to partner with you. So call us anytime at 541-776-5368, or you can safely and securely go online at theDove.us. Thank you. Thank you for partnering with us. We'll be right back.